Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Israel's Jerusalem Post leads its front page, reporting that Home Front Defence Minister Gilad Erdan tendered his resignation yesterday, the same day his Director General Dan Ronan resigned, and advised the Prime Minister to shut down the ministry. The paper also reports that Israeli-Palestinian talks ended again yesterday without any breakthrough on finding a formula to extend negotiations, as Jerusalem and Ramallah sparred publicly over conditions for further meetings. The UAE's Gulf News leads reporting that an Emirati man and his wife were attacked by a 7-member gang in their apartment in London Monday night, in the second such attack on Emiratis in 2 weeks. The paper also reports that the UAE is heading to economic heights as the Dubai Financial Market Index broke through 5,000 for the first time since August 2006. From Saudi Arabia, the Arab News leads reporting that over 20 experts from abroad are scheduled to arrive in the kingdom shortly to join discussions on how to contain the Middle East respiratory syndrome virus, as the death toll reaches 81 in the kingdom. The paper also reports that Jazan police arrested 2 Saudi women from Qasim and 3 Yemenis for allegedly trying to cross the border into Yemen to join Al-Qaeda last Thursday. Egypt Independent reports that the Health Ministry said 2 people were injured in an improvised explosive device blast near a supermarket in Giza. The paper also reports that US Vice President Joe Biden told Ukrainian presidential candidates and members of parliament that Washington was ready to help Ukraine's economy, but warned them they must fight the cancer of endemic corruption. Lebanon's Daily Star reports that Lebanon's parliament failed to elect a new president in the first round of voting, with none of the candidates receiving the 2/3 majority needed to win. The paper also reports that the FBI has asked for the public's help to identify at least 90 potential victims of a suspected child predator who worked at 10 American and other international schools abroad, including in Lebanon, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Spain, Greece, Venezuela, and elsewhere. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from UK papers. The Telegraph leads its Middle East news reporting that Israel is to start sending call-up papers to all Christian Arabs of military service age, angering Arab MPs who accuse the government of seeking to divide Christians from Muslims. An army spokesman said that the military service will remain voluntary for Israel's 130,000 Christian Arabs, as it is for its more than 1.3 million Muslim Arabs, but only Christians will receive the call-up papers. The Independent leads its Middle East news reporting that all sides in the effort to resolve the standoff between the West and Iran over its alleged nuclear weapons ambitions have agreed to hold a new round of expert-level negotiations in New York, beginning 5th of May, amid tentative indications that so far at least positive progress is being made. The paper says that while significant hurdles remain before a final and comprehensive deal can be reached ahead of an informal deadline of 20th of July, quiet optimism is gathering around the talks. The Guardian leads its Middle East news reporting that the US has given the go-ahead for the delivery of 10 Apache helicopters to Egypt that the Obama administration had withheld since the military-led overthrow of Mohamed Morsi last year. A spokesman for the US Defense Department said the helicopters would be sent to help Egypt quell a wave of militancy in the country's northern Sinai desert. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news in international papers. From China, the Global Times leads reporting that Jordan's Minister of Media Affairs, Mohammed Momani, said Jordan will take all necessary measures to defend Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque and other Islamic and Christian holy sites in the city, a day after Palestinian protesters clashed with Israeli security at the mosque. The Los Angeles Times leads reporting that with its latest deadline days away, Syria is close to eliminating its stockpile of chemical weapons. Monitors said Tuesday, an improbable accomplishment in the midst of civil war that is likely to diminish further the possibility of international intervention. The paper says after a slow start that prompted US accusations of stalling, the government of President Bashar al-Assad has shipped almost 90% of its chemical weapons materials out of the country, raising hope that it can finish the job by Sunday. And finally, Germany's Deutsche Welle leads reporting that Amnesty International has issued a damning appraisal of working conditions for foreign nationals brought to Qatar as domestic labour. The report, called "My Sleep is My Break: Exploitation of Domestic Labour in Qatar," documented what Amnesty called shocking testimonies of violent abuse, saying that Qatari authorities were failing to protect more than 80,000 foreign nationals. And for more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Please join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.